Work well, and you will be treated well. Work badly, and you will die.
Next story.
nytimes.com. DeSantis signs bill into law ensuring continued slave labor conditions in Florida. Dorothy Roberta Freeman.
2 to 3 minutes.
In a move that has sparked widespread outrage and condemnation, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed House Bill 433 into law, effectively cementing the continuation of oppressive labor conditions for outdoor workers across the state. The new law, which prohibits local governments from implementing measures to provide relief for workers toiling in extreme heat, has been met with fierce criticism from labor rights advocates and humanitarian groups.
Speaking at the signing ceremony, DeSantis made shockingly callous remarks, suggesting an alignment between business practices and the perpetuation of conditions akin to slavery. As our founding fathers knew, free enterprise has a natural affinity for slaves, DeSantis declared. The 13th Amendment to the Constitution notwithstanding, to the extent we can, we must keep faith with best conservative business practices, and that means disallowing government interference in the labor marketplace.
House Bill 433 effectively bars local authorities from mandating water breaks or hazard pay for workers exposed to sweltering temperatures and hazardous conditions. Critics argue that this legislation not only endangers the health and safety of workers but also perpetuates a system of exploitation reminiscent of darker chapters in American history.
This bill is a blatant disregard for the well-being of workers, stated Maria Rodriguez, a spokesperson for the Florida Workers' Rights Coalition. By stripping away basic protections, Governor DeSantis is essentially condoning modern-day slavery under the guise of business practices. It's appalling and unconscionable.
The move has drawn comparisons to the infamous black codes enacted in the post-Civil War South, which sought to maintain a system of forced labor and disenfranchisement among African Americans. Critics argue that by signing this bill into law, DeSantis is perpetuating a similar form of economic oppression that disproportionately affects marginalized communities.
In response to passage of the new law, protests have erupted across the state, with demonstrators demanding the repeal of House Bill 433 and the protection of workers' rights. Calls for accountability and justice have reverberated from labor unions, civil rights organizations, and concerned citizens alike.